Aquarius, this is going to be a reading for you. This is going to be for October 25th through the 27th. Yeah. So keep in mind, this is general. Only take what applies, and of course, leave the rest. Let's see what's going on. Also, any information you need to like follow me on other social medias or anything like that will be listed in the description. Aquarius, theme for this time frame. Okay, we have a card that fell. It says, give without expectation. Bottom of the deck, I have journey within. So during this time frame, so the subject of giving and taking is kind of coming up, where some of you feel like you've been giving to people, energy-wise, financially, in many different ways. Like, a lot of you are getting irritated with that. It feels like people always have their hand out. People always want something from you. Or even when you do things for people, it's like the 1 second that you say no, people like hate your guts or something like that. So during this time frame of give and take is going to be a big thing. And this is going to make you either want to take a step back in regards to giving your energy to certain people or certain situations where you're not feeling like you're getting any type of reciprocation back, or you needing to learn the valuable lesson of what you give out to other people, you should never really expect anything back either. So if you pour into a situation because you genuinely like somebody, understand that it's really that other person's choice if they want to kind of reciprocate that energy. Or if you give money to somebody, for instance, if you have people who always have their hand out family-wise or whoever asking you for money, just because you give it to them doesn't mean that they're, obligated to do the same unless you tell them, look, you owe me back. But it's making sure that you understand when you give, you should never give with expectations. And romantically, some of you need to be aware of the people that you're dealing with. And if they're leeching off of the fact that you are a giving person and you're always there when somebody needs help, being able to distinguish who's using that against you or who's really for you. There's also a time frame where you guys really do need to take some time within to really understand what your outward world is going to look like in the future. A lot of you are starting to question whether or not certain passions are your passions anymore, or I don't know, you're just having a lot of personal realizations. And this time frame is all about like figuring out what they mean and how they correlate with the person that you're becoming. But what I see for the present situation, I have the 9 of Swords. So a lot of overthinking, a lot of getting into your own head. Some of you watch way too many tarot readings. That's like the one thing I just heard strongly. Some of you watch way too many contradicting tarot readings where it's like one reading says one thing, then another one says another. And it's like you're confused as hell. Okay. Or your thought process is just all over the place. 1 second you come to one realization, then the next second it's like you're starting to like, I don't know. It's like your mind's everywhere. Your mind is everywhere. Why is this 9 of Swords here for the present situation? 10 of Cups in reverse. So this could be family issues with the person you have kids with. You're not happy with how certain things are going, and this could be causing you to have extreme anxiety. Some of you are also very anxious because you want to get out of like your parents' home, and it's like a toxic environment at home or something. But what I see for the recent past, I have the Wheel of Fortune. So things were starting to turn around for you in terms of the energy, especially after feeling like the universe really didn't have your best interest. But with the 8 of Swords and the Moon card, it's like Spirit was trying to get you out of this mental space of feeling stuck and trapped. And a lot of you were more so trapped by your own anxiety and worry as to what the path may lead you to when it comes to getting away from a certain relationship, It's like you guys wanted to make a particular decision in your past, but it's like a lot of fear that was behind the moves that you were making. A lot of worry. Now, when it comes to the future with the High Priestess in reverse, you could be slightly not listening to your intuition the way you should be. Like, okay, a good example of this could be knowing 100% that you're dealing with someone who's manipulative, or you know somebody like the back of your hand. You know what their patterns are. You know what they do. They do it repetitively. But it's like a lot of you can't help but to kind of like look and see if the situation will change. So then you may go against your intuition and do things that don't make sense. You know, so that could be a problem for some of you, okay? Yeah, and that could cause you to have more blockages. So be careful of not listening to your intuition and doing anything that goes against it, because for a lot of you, you will get yourself in a trick bag that may be very difficult to get out of emotionally. Yeah, and some of you guys may even talk to a particular person again. This looks like a Cancer or an air sign, another air sign. And then the conversation may go left again. Like things become very petty between you two. Anyways, outside influences with the everything is fine card. What may be influencing your actions may have a lot to do with you guys having some really painful endings take place in your life, and you guys just trying to change the narrative in terms of the amount of conflict or issues that you're experiencing. So this could be causing you to make certain moves where you're trying to get out of this conflicted space after certain endings have taken place. Some of you want certain cycles to end, where there's conflict, where there's issues creatively, for instance, or like conflict with other people. It's like you guys want that to stop. So that could be also driving some of your decisions as well. But actions you should take, or advice for you with the Two of Wands, there's definitely a need for you to make up your mind in regards to what path you choose, which direction you choose. Are you going to continue on the path that you're on now, or are you going to move in a different direction, move in a different way, give your energy to other things? Clarifying that I have the Hermit card. So yeah, you need to go within, and all the answers that you're seeking are really going to come from within. No tarot reading, no general tarot reading is going to give you the answer to the path that you should be taking moving forward at this point, because it has a lot to do with a lot of personal stuff you guys need to sort out and make sense of. And like I said, I don't think any general reading is just going to give you all the answers to what path is ahead of you. Now the challenge, I have the Judgment card in reverse. So the challenge could be making a bad decision. Okay, this could be you making a decision based off of feelings, and in turn it not being the best one, and kind of regretting it later. Okay, clarifying that, I have the Four of Wands. So this could be like trying to go back to the person you have kids with, knowing that you guys have tried it and tried it and tried it and tried it, but this person's toxic. It's not a good environment for your kids. Like, how many times do you have to bump your head in a situation before you realize, okay, maybe I shouldn't be constantly giving my energy to this? Also, this could just be making contradictory decisions, like saying you want one thing and then making decisions that go against it. So also look at that too. Now, the outcome with the Four of Cups, there's a need for you to make sure that you're not sitting in like discontentment, or you not being happy with certain things for so long to where you're not doing anything about it. Because whenever the Four of Cups comes up, she's just sitting there looking at her options, or looking at options that pretty much have ran dry, and not noticing how the universe is trying to deliver another one. So don't sulk or be sad about things that haven't worked out so much so that you actually miss other opportunities. Okay, I get that you're hashtag over it, but you guys may be missing out on some really good things by being caught up in dissatisfaction or focusing on things that don't matter at this point. But this is what I see. I am going to stop the reading here. I hope that this was helpful in some way. If you did find it helpful, definitely thumbs the video up and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.